Alright guys, so we'll go YC for Yowie Chaser. Alright, today we've got an email or a message from T about a Yowie sighting from Strickland State Forest down near Gosford, guys. There's been a few out of there lately. So he's messaged me. I'm on this site, Australian Yowie and Bigfoot sightings and reports. Guys, if you want to send in any reports, just message me on that Facebook page. I've got the YouTube channel now. Yeah, just message me how you want it read out. However you send that message to me, that's how it'll be read out. But anyway, before we get into T's message, I'll just let you know, right? I'm down at this. I'm not sure. Oh, this will be the Ku-ring-gai too, I think, guys. So this is weird. I was just driving out here today, and I was trying to think, oh, where can I go and film? So this is where it all started for me, guys. Christmas 2018. It was when the Woy Yowie sighting took place. The truck driver was coming down Beachmont Road, and the Yowie jumped out in front of him, gave his truck a slap, and from then on, I come out here and I had a quick look around. I wanted to just see if the story, was right, because I was getting sus on some of these stories. Anyway, it all checked out to my liking. So yeah, then I thought, oh, I'm going to start doing this myself. So that's how I got started in it. And then I'll just hang on. This road's busier than I thought. So yeah, then we started getting reports of animals getting attacked around here. So where I am now, well, probably I'll just show you. Probably up this creek here further, guys. This is where the Yowie crossed the road and would have been heading down towards this creek. Now I'll just tell you, I walked through that bank across there. I walked all the way up there to where the Yowie, I reckon, crossed to come down to the creek. Now all along that track there, guys, there was little traps. There were sticks set up in certain ways, and if you bumped them, they would fall. So someone had set up a trap all the way up that bank. Probably every 20 or 30 meters, bits of wood were placed on certain things, and then if you bumped them, they would fall. It was like, so someone wanted to know if you'd been up there. Anyway, so that's how I got started into it, guys. So now the funny thing is, I'm driving out here today. I didn't even know where I was going to go. I was actually going to go to Ourimbah. So that's the first place I went and actually looked when I got into it, but I never did a video there. But I'm driving along and I thought, I'll go down here because there's a cave just over the back through the trees there. Somewhere there's a cave. It's in one of my videos. If you go to the Woy when I first started, we were trying to track the Yowie down by all the animals that were getting slaughtered and that around here. I thought, oh, he'll be easy to find because everyone was reporting their animals, kangaroos with their heads ripped off, and it sounds a bit drastic. Anyway, I'm going to get into this story, guys. Alright, so here we go. Hi YC. I'm from the Central Coast, New South Wales, and had an encounter in one of our state forests. Don't really mind if you mention anything from this email, as I'd like people here to know these things exist, and like the Sasquatch, the Yowies are real, guys. I grew up in the bush, hunting and spending every second I could, shooting rabbits, foxes, kangaroos, feral cats, etc. So I know what sounds these animals make. My encounter was at Strickland State Forest in New South Wales. I'm sure you know the location. My son, wife and myself went for a hike one morning a few months ago, July 2020. Not a lot of people are out as it was early and a bit cold. The ground here is mostly dry leaves and sticks, so being quiet is impossible unless you're on the dirt track. As we were heading down a trail behind to my left, I heard what sounded like someone pacing us. in the bush, which both myself and wife noticed, and given the terrain, a person would need to be nuts and simply couldn't walk that fast in there. It was bipedal, no doubt, and the steps were long and heavy. We stopped, it stopped, then went quiet for about another 5 steps. Then it seemed to cross the track with a large bound, and I heard it land heavily, with 2 faster steps to follow, like it was hurdling some objects as you do, and was now on our right again, pacing us. I kind of knew where it was at all times, so I was trying to slow down and let my family get a little ahead, so if there was an incident, I was the target. They stopped a little down the trail to wait for me. I knew it stopped, and when I did, and roughly where it was, so I just started taking photos with my phone all around the direction I thought he was without looking directly at it, not knowing what I may have captured or anything until later when I got home and uploaded the day's photos, and lucky enough caught him peeking over a fallen tree. Not the best photo, but you can clearly see it's a brown woolly headed bridge of his nose and one black brown shiny eye. It didn't look like the typical paddy type. It resembled more like an Ewok. The camera fell over, guys. Probably a Yowie did it. For anyone interested, this happened towards Strickland Falls area. Fast forward a week, I went back to that location and headed bush to where this thing must have been standing. Measuring to the top of the fallen trees was 9 feet, which would make this creature over that. The palm fronds up there were all flattened, where something has been there a lot. And this location where he was peeking from would only be 20 feet or so from that public walk trail. But to get to it, you'd either have to hack your way through palms or walk along the cliff edge to get there. Not something the average person would ever consider doing. And all the dry palm ponds are slippery as hell, and Strickland is a pretty sketchy place to walk off the trails at the best of times. I've documented this with the photos and the videos with timestamps, etc. I've been on all the walking trails throughout this forest many times and know this area very well. I have an idea of where these things camp, but to get there you really need to get off track. There is a small creek crossing where you head to Bellbird Track. You need to follow the creek as the water flows down. Big problem in that park is all the dogs. So these things will be spooked, and I imagine keep their distance during busy days. Go really early or late before closing. The park does close at night, but it's a stealthy night camp. In there with good sound recorders would be the go. Anyway, I just wanted to give you this small encounter, not nearly as dramatic as some you must hear, but I feel all encounters should be shared to make people aware of what's out there. I did send this report to someone else, but I was given the cold shoulder, and I don't care if people think I'm nuts. I tell this story to whoever wants to hear it. What they take from this is up to them. Love what you're doing, YC. The subject needs people like yourself. Good luck, God bless, and stay safe out there. Cheers, T. All right. Well, thanks for that, mate. That was awesome, T. And like, it's not the first report coming out of that place. There's been a couple. There was a girl the other day, well, I don't even know what her YouTube count is. She went through there, she freaked out. she thought she was being chased by something. She's an Aboriginal girl. I'll try and find a video, I'll put a link to it. And then there's the Yowie hunter ones. There was another 2 girls. So there's definitely something happened at Strickland Forest, guys. Now guys, if you watch that and that's happened to you, I'm telling you now, the best thing is to talk about it. Get it off your chest, guys. It'll do wonders for you. So I encourage everyone, and I'm telling you now, guys, there's lots and lots of more people coming forward. People are changing, man. People aren't. They're not afraid no more. It's like the world's changing, guys. People are coming out. There's things happening in America, guys, that you have no clue about yet. Or some might. Things are about to change. This is everything that's happening is just full on at the moment. It ain't happening by luck. It's planned. Okay, so it's just to do with how this world, how we exist in this place. So if you got a story, guys, there's no shame in it. Like I said, just message me on the Facebook page. Australian Yowie Bigfoot sightings and reports. Just message me that whole story, guys, and I'll read it out. So yeah, I hope you enjoy that. T's going to keep me updated with anything that's happening down there, so that's good. And if anyone else wants to do that, let me know, and we'll get these stories out, guys. I'm telling you, the more people that do it, and this is what's happening, more people are doing it. I got a message if you on one of my groups. It was an Aboriginal fella. He was up Cairns way, I think he is. And I hope he said he's going to tell me the story. I hope he does. He had his crab pots out, guys. And he's gone back to check them. And he's a Junjidi running off with his crab pots. He's picked them up out of the water and he's taken off with them, guys. Now that is an awesome story. There was another fella, he was down some dam. These are just a couple of little examples. These guys haven't wrote to me yet, they haven't told me the whole story, but he was at some dam, Woy Woy Dam. It's around Bathurst sort of way, out that way. And then he had pig dogs they were hunting pigs. He said he got the pig and he looked up, he was in a gully and he looked up. And he was a Yowie, hairy man, standing on top of him, looking down at him. So, and then there was another guy that wrote in that same thing. He started writing about where he's seen him. So between Cowra and somewhere. And then he said another place, Paddy's Falls or something. I don't know. Anyway, look, there's more people are talking about it, guys. You only just got to go on there's Yowie sites and groups and pages and YouTube channels popping up everywhere, guys. So, anyway. Just stick to this one, alright, and tell your stories here, guys. Alright, guys, I hope you enjoy that. I'm telling you now, you'll feel better if you tell your story. I'm no psychologist, right? But I know that it will help you deal with anything that you're dealing with. It's best to get it off your chest. Don't be embarrassed, don't be ashamed. And pretty soon, all these things are going to be the norm. Because I don't know, it's like... every time I hear of something, I look at Google Maps and I check out the bush, right, where it's like you can go anywhere in Australia. If there's a little bush area with a mountain, there's probably a Yowie in it, guys. Now the place that really shocked me the other day was I don't know, Ray Doherty, but man, that guy's, I got to give it, if you listen to this, Ray, you switched on, man. Eh? He's been doing it for a while, and he's from Griffin, which is like in between Redcliffe and I don't know. I know if you go to the Redcliffe Bridge and you look to your left, across the water there's a wetlands. And he was saying, like, apparently that's where he lives. He was saying that there was a 4-foot Yowie sitting there, and they reckon there's a few Yowies in there. Now that's just blown me mind. I would never even think to go there. So apparently they've got a photo of a 4-foot Yowie, guys. This is supposed to be legit. And it's carrying a bird through the swamps there. But he's saving it for a book or another documentary that he's doing. So it'll be interesting to see what comes of that. So yeah, the little guys are supposed to be in there. They've had reports of them for 10 years. So that's what I mean. It's everywhere, guys. And then I had that one the other night where the guy messaged me. That wasn't far from here. But he didn't get a description or anything. He just said it was just. He said it was just something that went across the road like a flash. He said it was just like a red and brown flash across the road. Now I've heard that same thing. So when I went with Paul McLeod and Digger down to Deebing Heights, and Chris Sun was there. Chris Sun's the guy that made Ball, that video Ball. He was there. He come down, and this young Aboriginal girl there. She was walking up the back. It's supposed to be men's land. You're not supposed to go up there or something. You know, I don't know the Aboriginal stuff like that, but you know, I know women aren't supposed to go there. She was just heading that way. She said she heard a massive crack in a tree, and it made her look up. She was just looking around. She wasn't really paying attention. And she goes, from one tree to the next tree, all she seen was this black flash. Boom, and it went to the next tree and then disappeared. So it's happening, guys. It's just weird. Now I had a mate. He's actually died. He had a fit, fell in his dam and died, man. This guy. So that was down in Tulum, my mate. So his family got a property down there. Now he doesn't talk about things like that. He couldn't care less if he's seen something. But him and another guy. I still haven't talked to the other guy. I'll see him one day. They were riding their dirt bikes. They're riding the dirt bikes, right? So they're flying along some dirt road down to Tulum. And the same thing happened to them guys. Something just went. He said it went straight across the road in one quick leap, and they both just hit their brakes, stopped and looked at each other and go, "What the F was that?" And they turned around and went back. They went back, but they couldn't find them, and it had gone over a fence. And then his mum, she had an orange tree, and it got squashed, and so yeah. I don't know, I could go on all day. Alright guys, anyway, I've got to thank T for coming forward, mate. Cheers for kicking this off. So this is where it kicked off for me, guys. Let's get it happening, let's get the stories out there, guys. Cheers, guys. Thanks for watching, listening, whatever you do. Spread the word, guys. If you know anyone, just go to Australian. You can go to any of my Yowie Chaser channels. And message me there if you want, but I want the whole story. I don't want bits and pieces, because normally when people write in, they just give me little bits and pieces of it. So, and I did get a lot of dogman sightings, but I did get one real good one from the rain too. So I might try and get contact with that lady again and see if she wants to tell that whole story. Well, she did tell me the whole story. She gave me maps and everything. So anyway, I'm gonna end this, guys. Anyway, thanks again, T. Awesome, brother. Keep us updated, mate. If you're watching this, I know you will be. Let us know what's going on down Strickland. I know you'll be going back. And let's hope we get some more, guys. Alright, guys. Cheers for watching. Cheers for listening. I'll see you on the next one. YC out, guys. See you.